Namaste children, a very warm welcome to your English class. Today I am going to teach you Unit 6 Conservation and Protection, Section 1 The Cricket Match, written by Prabha Chandrasekhar. So, the story The Cricket Match revolves around the children who live in the township of Savan. They had been qualified for the finals of an important cricket tournament. But while they were practicing, they faced a problem. What happens next? Will they be able to play the final match and win it? Let us read the chapter and find out. The cricket match. Care not only for yourself, but for the entire universe and all that is part of it. You can make a world of difference. Care about the environment, sense the past, recycle the present, and save the future. Well done, boys. It is the first time our team has qualified for the finals. I hope you play to win the trophy. The ground at Sawan is ready for you, said Mr. Pradhan, the chairman of the factory, as he came over to congratulate the winners. Congratulate means to give good wishes. Savan is the township of the chemical factory nearby. The Savan School Cricket Tournaments are an annual event sponsored by the factory. Sponsored means paid the cost of a particular event. This first victory of the Raja's 11 was an event to celebrate. All of them piled into the township bus. All of them here refers to the members of the team, Raja's 11. All of them piled into the township bus and there was a lot of singing and dancing all the way to home. Piled means went somewhere quickly without order or control. Ashok, the captain and the player of the Raja's 11 and his friends were seated in the last row. They were engrossed in a vigorous post-mortem of the match. Engrossed means completely involved, completely interested. Vigorous means very active. Post-mortem means discussion. So they were completely involved in discussion of the match. The following evening at 3:30 sharp, the boys were ready to start the practice. There was a cold breeze. Breeze means a light wind. But the warm winter sun made it a pleasant afternoon. One by one, each boy took his turn to bat. It was Sunil's turn to bat. He had just hit a couple of balls when he straightened up to wipe his brow. Straighten means become straight. Gosh, it is hot and I thought it was still winter, muttered Sunil. Muttered means to speak in very low voice. Stop fooling around, boys, ordered Ashok. If you do want a break, go ahead. Let me bat. He added. Ashok added. Ashok is the captain of Raja 11's team. Soon he too felt uncomfortable and could not connect bat and ball. His eyes began irritating him. No, today is not my day. I think I will call it a day, said Ashok under his breath. Look, Ashok, see that smoke from the factory chimney, cried Rahul. That is it. That is why we all are feeling uneasy. Uneasy means uncomfortable, sputtered Raju between puffs. Sputtered means spoke quickly with difficulty. By now, Ashok's eyes were wet and watering. Raju's cough was getting more frequent. Rahul and Sunil felt uncomfortably hot. Their teammates too were uneasy. Everyone was feeling uncomfortable because of the smoke, because of the pollution from the chemical factory. Will the boys be able to practice for the match? Let us find out. The grey black smoke cloud was slowly spreading across the blue sky. The beautiful winter noon was marred. Marred means spoiled, damaged. Reaching home, Ashok washed his eyes and felt better. But very soon the irritation returned. At dinner time, Ashok's mother noticed his red eyes. Did you hurt yourself, Ashok? Asked his mother. No, ma, but there is some irritation, added Ashok. Maybe we should see a doctor tomorrow. The next morning, Ashok and his mother went to the polyclinic. What is a polyclinic? A medical center where both general doctor and specialist work. While they were waiting to see the optometrist. Who is an optometrist? A person whose job is to examine people's eyes and recommend and sell glasses. Raju arrived with a bad cough and fever. He too was accompanied by his mother. This time, Raju's cough is more severe. I hope the doctor is able to give a medicine to cure it permanently. He never had this problem in Ahmedabad, said his mother. She looked worried. Just then, Ashok and his mother were called in. The routine test proved that Ashok did not need glasses. But looking at his eyes, the doctor was not too happy. After conducting more tests, he said to Ashok's mother, well, Mrs. Jain, I feel that Ashok's eyes have some acute allergy. It is good you have come early. With proper treatment, he should be cured. I wish something could be done to keep the air cleaner. The number of such cases is on the rise, said an agitated Dr. Bose. Agitated means worried. Dr. Bose was worried. Acute means serious and danger allergy. So according to Dr. Bose, Ashok was suffering from dangerous allergy, and that because of unclean air, polluted air. Then he turned to Ashok, and Ashok, at least during the treatment, avoided going out much. Ashok felt that the whole world had crashed around him. World had crashed around him. It means that he felt disappointed because that match was an important match. He was captain of the team, so he felt disappointed. His head bent down. He walked out of the doctor's clinic. That evening, when the boys came to call Ashok for practice, he told them about his visit to the doctor. The boys were flustered. Flustered means, I'm not pretending, nervous and confused. But Ashok, you are the team captain. Without you, how can we play? Wailed Rahul. What is the meaning of the word wailed? Wailed means when you speak something in high-pitched sound, as if you are crying out loud. Maybe I will be all right in a few days. Then I will join you. But all of you carry on with the practice. The boys were upset. Yet they decided to practice. They then went to Raju's house. There, too, they were greeted by an ailing Raju. Ailing, ill, sick. He was also affected by pollution. The best player, who is the best player? The captain of the team, Ashok. The best player being laid up was too much to take. The boys went to the field, but no one had his mind on the game. While on the field, the smoke from the factory once again blew over the field, affecting the players. They all went back to Ashok's house and told him about the thick smoke blowing over the field. Most of the players were coughing. Ashok felt depressed. Most of the players were coughing because of smoke, pollution. I feel really bad, especially when we have come this far and for the first time, moaned Ashok. Moaned means complained. But the smoke is making it impossible for us even to practice. Sunil was angry. We have to do something about the smoke or we cannot play the match. Let us meet Mr. Pradhan in the morning. I will come with you, suggested Ashok. So Ashok gave the suggestion that they should meet Mr. Pradhan, the owner of the factory. They all went to the factory to see Mr. Pradhan. He was standing on the veranda. On seeing Ashok and his teammates, Mr. Pradhan came forward to greet them. I hope the field is in good condition and you boys are practicing hard, he said. Though we would like to practice hard, we are not able to do it, said Ashok. Sir, the smoke from the factory is affecting all of us, added Sunil. Mr. Pradhan went into the details of the past couple of days. He was deeply concerned. He said after a pause, we do have plans for putting in air filters and planting trees around the colony. But somehow they got postponed. I think now I will press the matter. But these are long-term measures, sir. What about the match on Saturday? Asked Sunil. Now Mr. Pradhan assured that he was already concerned about the situation and he thought of putting air filters and planting trees. And he said now he is going to take a firm action. Sir, if I may suggest, could you shut down the factory a day before and on the day of the match? Asked Ashok hesitantly. Hesitantly means the act of thinking carefully. After a few minutes of consideration, Mr. Pradhan agreed. After all, Savan too has a stake, he said. Stake means it is important because you have personal interest. After all, he was the owner of the Savan's township. The players were thrilled. Thrilled means excited. For their daily practice, they used an open field further away from the colony. The day of the finals arrived, a perfect, cool winter day. As the factory was closed, the spectator stands were packed to capacity. Spectator stand means where the audience, the spectators sit. The trophy on one side of the ground was glittering in the sun. Glittering means shining. The two teams came onto the field in their bright uniforms. The Nawabs oozing confidence and the Raja's 11 nervous but optimistic. Oozing means to give powerful impression. Raja's 11 nervous. They were nervous but optimistic. Optimistic means positive. Mr. Pradhan tossed the coin and the Nawab's 11 went to bed. The match was exciting, fought evenly by both teams. The successful partnership between Raju and Ashok got the home team the trophy. As they ran back to the pavilion, they looked up. They could see an unpolluted, clear and beautiful blue sky. I hope you find this chapter very interesting. At the end, Raja's 11 were able to win. That's it for today. Next time we are going to read